Gary Peterson here. Today I want to talk about the backhand drive, and we're going to talk about racket preparation. What a lot of people do is they try and get the racket down around about here and they try and swat it through as fast as they can. Now what you need is height in the racket. Drop to the floor will give you a reasonable amount of power. And if you're actually coming from down here, what happens is you end up just pushing your racket forward. Now the problem with that is that what you do is you're only getting forward hit, and that's like a really fat racket or a really flat racket hit. And what that does is the ball bounces and goes on and it comes out forever, and there's no real racketability in that hit. What I'll teach you now is to actually, the first stage is towards getting racketability as far as being able to cut. Cut is slice, or slice down to the floor. Slice is this way, slice is not this way. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at trying to get our racket up higher. Now the other thing I want you to do is to keep it relatively close to your body. Now the reason is because what that does is it allows you to actually throw your racket out that way whenever you need to without forsaking your body. So we need to go out that way, and we've got drop this way. So the two most important things with your backhand drive. So to do that, I usually work on triggers or targets or points where you actually put your racket. So if you can get your racket up near your ear or somewhere there, then it's not a bad way to prep, because if you pick a point on your face, and it could be your forehead, it could be whatever. They used to teach people, I know of a couple of coaches that used to teach people to get their racket above their head. Now you think that's a bit silly, and you might think it looks a bit silly when you actually come forward and you're playing a backhand drive and your racket's up here. But I'm telling you, that's just massive power, that's massive cut, that's massive everything. The only problem with it is that it just takes so much body awkwardness to get this back here when you're prepping down the back of the court. So there's big benefits to doing this. And the reason I told you that just then is because you can understand, or so you can understand, that little things like the drop of racket will make a massive difference to the quality of your hit. And some people will go to extremes to be able to get that massive quality when you hit. But you need to actually make it a priority. So the best way I can say is, if your face is here and the ball's there, you need to be able to see the ball. So you keep your racket close to your face relatively, so you've got that push away there, and you keep it relatively high, which is up near your cheekbone or near your ear, if you like. So you've got that drop to the floor. So those two things, if you can get your racket up there, then you're looking pretty reasonable. So if I keep my racket, let's just say I'll keep my racket on my face, so I'll look silly for a sec, bad luck. Okay, so I'll keep my racket on my face here, there, and I'll play a backhand drive. Okay, so what happens is it looks reasonably neat. If I wanted to play the neatest possible drive I could, if I wanted to look like I was in full control, absolutely in full control, I would just start from here. I would go, keep my racket really close to my face, and I would swing through with the shot. So what I've done there is I've gone from here right about there, and that's where it all comes together. So I need you to actually get your racket up near your face, keep it up relatively high, keep your prep. It's a really easy thing to prep. It's really hard to go and move your racket from here to here, which I see so many people doing as they're coming back, trying to do this to get the racket forward. If you're here, racket's already up, forward and through. All your prep's done because it's so close, everything's so small, there's not much room for error. Such a big point, such a little thing, but I'm telling you that if you can actually discipline yourself to use points where you actually prep for, back of the court, there you go, front of the court, there you go. It becomes simple. Forehand shot, there, backhand shot, there. It's just so easy, it's so simple, but do you think people can actually discipline themselves to do it? I challenge you, you make it a priority, really work on it, and I reckon you'll improve really big time with your prep times, and you'll be in a really good, well-balanced body position. Your swing prep will be done. It'll be all ready to go, as long as you can get your racket up here and keep it here and not down here. There you go, racket up near your face, one of the most basic things that I tell the absolute beginners, and yet I tell people who've been playing for 35 to 40 years exactly the same thing, and they'll get exactly the same benefits out of it. If you're not doing it, give it a shot. I think it'll improve your prep without doubt.